Hey everybody. I was like, I look good today. Like I don't even look sick anymore. And then I flipped the camera on and I'm like, whoa. Like you could tell in my eye and that this side of my face is swollen. I've like got dry skin. So we're gonna take this off me in just a second. But today is hot seats. This is kind of a new format for us, but a hot seat is where one person, well, we could do more than one. Today we're just doing one person. You get individual eyes, kind of like a video audit, but we're going to go through and we're going to address any concerns or give any suggestions for a particular person in this program. So it's a really awesome way to get individualized feedback, to get some great additional content ideas, as well as some places that you can spruce up and tighten up your online marketing. So today we're going to cover Michelle, who is the owner, and she and her husband both co-own and operate JL Entertainment Designs in Exton, Pennsylvania. And they do audio, video, security, home installations, well, and business. So I'm going to take this off me. All right. Okay, so Michelle, she sent me her insights from her Facebook page yesterday, and look at these numbers. So her page reach increased by 167% in the last 28 days compared to the 28 days before. That's amazing, Michelle. Her engagements, look at that, up 22%. I love this number, and I compare often this number and this number so I can see, okay, like we can have a huge reach, and especially if you're running paid ads, this number could be really high. But this post engagement, this tells us a lot, because if this number's high and this number's low, our message is not landing. But what I see here for Michelle is that these numbers are not really that far apart. And that means that people are loving what she's been doing. And I would say whatever's been going on the last 28 days is something that should be continued. So great job, Michelle. And page likes, we have 2, which is a red arrow, but don't get too concerned about that. All right, this is an indication of some of the most popular posts that Michelle has had in the last 28 days. And you can see that right here, she has a video from a client who did a video testimonial. So we'll look at that in just a second. Her next most popular post is this one about Thankful Fridays. It was also her most engaging, other than, oh, this one about Fun Night. Okay, I know why this is too. So this will be fun. All right, look at these numbers. Yes, great, great, great. Michelle, it looks like you did run some ads here based on this green line that I'm seeing, so that's awesome. Okay. All right, so what I did first was I went to Google and I just typed in JL Entertainment Designs. So the first thing that came up was your website, which is awesome. Second thing was your Facebook page, which I'm super proud of. Michelle has been in our various MKM programs for a number of years now, so I'm so proud of her to see that this is all just going so well. You can also see that on her Facebook page, they've got an average of 4.8 stars over the 36 votes. So that's really, really, really good. She's got an Angie's List ranking. Again, her average rating is 5 with 31 reviews. So they are doing exceptional. I also look over here at the Google My Business listing. And so you can see here that it's got some pictures of work that they've done. You can see exactly where their showroom is located. So that's really great. You can see that this takes us to website, directions to the showroom. We can save this or call now. She has 47 Google reviews. And then they have question and answer section. So this is awesome. Michelle, one thing I wanted to point out that I think will be really, really great, especially going through the winter months, if you're wanting to book more of your like summer projects or anything like that, go in and grab some of these reviews, or even grab some of these pictures and use those in a post. This is so awesome. And these are recent too. So a month ago, 4 months ago, a month ago. So I would grab and use these reviews and use those in upcoming posts. And then especially those ones that included photos, I would incorporate those photos too. I always think that reviews that are left in public spaces can be reused. And you've got like 47 here, 30 on Angie's List, 30 on Facebook, you got almost 100 reviews that you can start creating graphics for on Canva and rotating those into your content plan. That'll very much demonstrate the fact that you guys are reputable, and it will go a long way in proving through user words that you guys are reputable. And how do I make something like this? What you can do is just copy and paste the words into a Canva design. So we could just go into Canva, look for testimonial. So we could do something like this. And then I could just like copy and paste in the actual verbiage. I've got a sick kid home with me too, so if you hear that, it's just my daughter. And then you can customize it to the JL colors. You can add your picture here. You can put your logo right there. But this is one way to do it. The other thing that works really good too is just doing a screenshot, because this demonstrates that it was left by a user. It wasn't like sometimes when we see these Canva graphics, like we know to trust them, but also subconsciously we're like, anybody, like the owner could have written that, right? But if we do a screenshot of this, and put it into a Canva design. So let's look for another testimonial option here. I'm just looking for something really simple. And even though this isn't the most aesthetically pleasing design, to have a screenshot of a review, it is something that people trust. So let's take this down. We'll add that in. And we could even like change the shape of this too so that this stands out a little more. But I really do think that utilizing all of these reviews that you guys have accumulated is going to be a huge boon in getting more attention. And you can always tag in the post too, like the business that these guys are talking about. But honestly, I think utilizing these reviews is going to be huge for you in 2023. So great job. All right, so then I clicked into their website, and from the jump, you can see how gorgeous their work is. And you can see that they do restaurant and bars from this picture. You can see that they do home entertainment systems from this one. They do everything from residential, commercial, outdoor, and then restaurants and bars. So I think this website looks fantastic. I know that this was definitely a labor of love that you guys undertook earlier this year, Michelle. So you guys did a wonderful, wonderful job. And you can see here from the portfolio that they have a lot of varying skill sets and services. So here you have the About page. It shows the team. You have great photography. This is wonderful. They are a multi-time award winner in their area, so great job. She has a services page, and then you can learn more specifically about residential or commercial, so laid out really well. They have a showroom where people can come visit and test things out. Awesome. They have a photo gallery here, so you can get ideas and inspiration. And then a contact page. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So your website looks awesome. All right, let's go into your socials. So Michelle operates 2 socials. As we already saw in her insights, we're going to start with Facebook because that's where she sent me. And Michelle and I have been in conversation throughout the fall. And Michelle also has 4 kids, varying from college age through middle school. And so she's a busy mom as well as a business owner. And so this summer, Michelle kind of took a step back in her online marketing, which was totally fine. And then this fall, she really ramped up, but she chose intentionally to spend more time with the Facebook side of her marketing than the Instagram side for a couple of reasons. Facebook is still a great tool for local businesses. And with their audio video home installations and commercial installations, they are pretty localized with their services. So Facebook is a great option for this business in particular. So as we'll see here, they had a lot of commercial projects. So look at this one from the local YMCA. Michelle, I think you did a great job incorporating all of the aspects that we teach here in social, from having a hook to having a body to your message, using emojis to guide the eye, tagging various businesses and vendors that you partner with, and then having a call to action down at the bottom. I think this is awesome. The other really cool thing that Michelle did is that she had multiple images here. So if we go back to the insights, you can see that the engagement on this post is pretty good. And this is because look at the number of photos she has. We have a +7 here, which makes people say, I want to see more. If we just had the one picture like this, it would still be good, but it wouldn't be very engaging because people could see this single picture in this whole space. They wouldn't have to click on it to make it bigger. They wouldn't need to click on it to see all of the images. And every photo click is an engagement. So Michelle, you did such a smart job here of including multiple pictures. Everything from the install itself with your techs at work to the actual back end of the equipment that you installed, showing the final product with the speakers. I just think that this is so smart. You did a great, great job here. And now like mocked up for an actual class. So really good job with this post, Michelle. I also thought this one was really good because she's talking about at what point you need to get your audio video person involved when you're doing a new build. And so I think I loved that you incorporated these pictures that showed the process, maybe not the finalized beautiful images that we might expect from what you guys do with your gorgeous TV installs and sound setups, but you're showing the actual progress photos, which is getting people to think about if they have projects coming up to get in touch with you, as you said, during the design phase. So I thought this was a great post, especially for this time of the year. Okay, and then this one was the most popular post of the month. If we go back here, you'll see that this got the most reach and the highest number of engagements. Now with a video, your engagements are calculated based on the number of video views. So the reach is really good. You had a share on this post. Excuse me. You had a share on this post, which is why the reach got so good. Anytime we get a share, your reach goes through the roof. And we can see that you had over 1,000 views on this video, which is great as far as Facebook video right now. So using especially a video for a client testimonial is a great way to provide that user-generated content, giving you our followers on Facebook that indication that you guys are reputable, that people are happy with your service, and you're giving your clients an opportunity to highlight their businesses and giving them some additional marketing for what they do. So I thought this was very smart. I know that we had talked about that too. And not all of your clients out there, guys, will be willingly participating in video. But what I have found is that people are more and more likely to get involved with video. So I think that as we go through 2023, video is great as far as like if you have a consistent video series that you can do, or if you can incorporate client testimonials through video, that's going to be a huge, huge add for you. And then as we continue, one of the reasons I think that Michelle's month was so successful on Facebook is because she did all of the things that work on Facebook. Again, we've got the tags, we've got the great caption writing, we've got multiple images here, we've got this send message button, and also just the content that Michelle shared is also relevant. It's places that people in her area know, it's businesses that they frequent, it's people. They'll see pictures of this person and the YMCA instructor, and they'll be like, oh my gosh, I know them. And that'll make people stop and pay attention. So Michelle, you just did a really, really good job of bringing everything together this month. And I'm just very proud of you. I think you did a wonderful job. The only thing I would suggest is that pretty soon, I would encourage you to have a post that is directly asking people to get on your schedule for 2023 and incorporate your contact information, because you've done a great job of doing multiple posts that are really value-based, that are highlighting your community. And now I think it's time to do a post that has something about driving business and sales. I also loved this. Thankful Fridays. If you want to turn this into a regular thing, I think that'd be awesome. And this post had 4 shares, so that's great. So on the Facebook side, Michelle, I would just say to do a like sales driving post in particular. Maybe if you have any pictures of audio, video that have like Christmas lights or trees in the background, you could do that in the next couple of weeks for the holiday season. I would also just utilize this cover space. I think this works right now for the winter time because we're obviously going to want to talk about like cozy, staying in, being at home. Maybe you'll want to incorporate a couple of other pictures and make this a slideshow so it can feature some of your hospitality services too, or your commercial services. And then as we get into the spring months, you can change this out for a more seasonal look too. But great job, Michelle. All right, over on the Instagram side, again, Michelle decided that with her limited amount of time, she really wanted to focus more on Facebook. And I think that's fine, you guys. I think that's actually really, really smart. So over on Instagram, you'll see that I loved this. They stylized their logo for the Phillies World Series run, so I thought that was great. And then she just has ever so often other posts that she'll incorporate. But Michelle, I think this is really great to just keep this updated every so often. Excuse me. You have your highlights here that give an indication of what you guys do. So you've got certification, outdoor TVs, restaurants, TV mirrors. You could, again, maybe have some seasonal features here if you want to do like home theaters or things like that. But I think just having this Instagram page where you update it consistently, but that consistency doesn't have to be the same consistency that you do over on the Facebook side. I think that's really smart. Okay. Let's see here. The only other thing. Now we've talked at length about like the 6 elements of social media. We talked about, and we're going to dig into that more in 2023 as we enter the new year. Every month of our social program is going to focus on one of the 6 elements of social media. So we'll go through strategy, legacy content, like social media content, community, management, and leverage. But one thing, so from the strategy side, you've got a plan and you know how you're attacking both of these platforms. From the content side, you're doing a great job of building out content that is relevant, highlighting your work, and that people are really engaged in. From the management side, we've got December 9th, December 2nd. We're doing about 1 post per week, which is perfect. Sometimes more if you've got the time. But once per week, you've been consistent with that, so that's awesome. Management, leverage, legacy content. Let's talk about community for just a second. So the only other thing I would suggest is maybe clicking here on your shares. And right here, like you did, you said thanks for sharing. So making sure that anytime you can, you're saying thank you for the people who share your content. I love that you are one of the people who's sharing too, because that's a great way to get additional traction and leverage for your content. Down here, Sometimes we can't always see who shares just because of privacy. Michelle shared that. Awesome. Here in the comments section. Michelle, look at you. You're such a great student. You've responded to every comment. Wonderful. Michelle, you're doing all things right. And I know you guys are busy. You've got a lot of your schedule booked. So if you ever want to, if you're looking at a season ahead where you want to book additional, if you want to get the more people, then I would just say increase your post frequency from once per week to 2 per week. Make sure that we're incorporating some of the specific sales posts with your contact information, maybe even how far out you're booking and your current availability. And I think that'll be some great additions. But really, you're doing a fantastic job all around. Okay, team. We do have one more hot seat option that is happening on the 28th of this month, so 2 weeks from today. If you would like to have your business on the hot seat where I'm going through, giving you my feedback, then what you can do is in our group, let me just go back here. So if I go to our social school group, right here, there's a link for the hot seats. You can just say, hey, I want to be on a hot seat, and then we will get you on the 28th. So let me know if you want to be a hot seat participant, and I will do that. We also still have bingo going on. I did not see anybody get a whole bingo. Michelle said she participated, but we are going to go this week for we're going to still push ahead this week. If anybody gets 4 corners or a bingo, then you'll get a small prize. So keep those bingo cards handy. Make sure that you're still crossing those off, and I'll do another check-in this Sunday. All right, everybody, I hope you're staying healthy. I hope you're getting ready for the holidays, and I will be checking in later this week to see how we're doing with our socials. All right, bye, everyone.